is greater than that feeling that you get when you were afraid. When I got on the other side of that degree, I'll never forget, the guy called me and was like, E.T., okay, it's almost that time. It's been 6 months. I'm ready for you to come to speak to the company again. We got a standard contract, and we're just going to send it to you. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. We're not doing this. We can't do the standard contract. He said, what do you mean we can't do the standard contract? We've been doing the standard contract for the last 3 years. I said, oh, something's changed. He says, no, nothing's changed. It's the same group of people. The scope of the responsibility to change, nothing has changed. I said, oh, yeah, something's changed. I'm going to need an extra $20,000. He said, you're going to need an extra $20,000 for what, Eric? You're doing the exact same thing. Nothing has changed. I said, it has. I have a PhD now. Something's changed. Listen to what I told you. An extra $20,000. And the doors in the States that have opened to me are some doors that only open when you have your PhD. Now, I'm not, you don't see on the stuff, Eric, Dr. Thomas, I'm not into that. But I am into using it for when it's time for the check. I'm into using it for that time. I don't bring it out any other time when we start negotiating. I'm like, did I happen to tell you what's happening in May? I don't know if you got the memo or not. You know, it was May wasn't that long ago. But I'm Dr. Eric Thomas now. I need an additional, plus an author, our 3 books. Did you see me on Fox News? I'm working with Fox now. I just want to put that in there. I'm sorry. Extra 20, please. What if I would have stopped? What if I would have let my fear stop me from trying? So my new thing is, you're going to fail anyway, so at least die trying. Right? Okay, so you're in the room with me, and this is our story. You weren't brave enough to raise your hand. We had to be transparent. But if it applies to you, and you need to say to yourself, my fear is no longer going to stop me. I will die trying. I will not be stopped before I try. That will not be my reality anymore. I will not allow myself to fail when I'm not even put forth effort. I will die trying. If that's you in this room, and you want to go with us and make that commitment to yourself, I just need you to raise your hand. I'm going to die trying. Yep, good, hands down. I love it. All right, I need one other person to be transparent. What's stopping you? All the skill. What's stopping you? Yes, sir.
I'm Josh, I'm a web developer. Like, everyone says, oh, you're going to do it. I'm only 18. Going to be a millionaire by 21. But it's like, I just can't take that right now. So it's like, just trying to put in all the effort I can. But it's like, that's not one roadblock that I'm just working on right now.
Good. And say that roadblock again. Help me to understand.
So there's the success that everyone else is like, Josh, you're going to make it. Everyone else believes in me, but I need to believe in myself.
Good.
A little bit more. So.
Good. I love it. No more. No more. So we're talking, one, the responsibility that comes with being successful. And it's responsibility. I had a friend call me the other day, Eric, our little small college is going under. I need $120,000 to keep it from going under. That's a lot of responsibility. Right? And that's what I was afraid of. I was afraid of, now I have to say no in ways I've never had to say no before. There's a lot of responsibility. There are people that ask me to do things, and I buckled under the responsibility. Once I become Dr. Thomas, listen to me. And I'm just going to be honest, I'm not with you guys long enough, but for those of you who listen, to videos or whatever, when you become doctor, that's a different critique. Prior to doctor, you can say words however you want to say them. Nobody's going to say anything to you. But once you become doctor, and like I'll never forget, once doctor status happened, and I started posting on Instagram, Eric, you missed the beat. Like nobody really was on grammar before I got the doctor. Once I got the doctor, people like, doctors don't write like that. Eric, dude, who's writing here? Is that you or someone else? Right? There was a level of critique, responsibility. There was a level of critique I didn't have when I was a high school dropout. Nobody expected anything of me before I became an author, before I became a doctor, before I started traveling the world. Nobody had any expectation. Now every time I get up back at home, everybody's a critic. It's why I've gone to another level. And a part of me not wanting to get my doctorate, a part of that was I prefer to be the baseball cap, the jeans guy, the gym shoe. Like, I like that guy. I don't like the guy that, people want to just critique everything I do. But that's a part of it. So if you're going to get the extra $20,000, if you're going to get the talk show opportunities, if certain things are going to happen for you, then you're going to have to deal with the responsibility. Now, here's the question that you have to ask yourself. What happens if you let that stop you? Like, who are the people in your life whose lives will never be what they ought to be? Come on. Guys, okay, let me just say this and we'll go to the next slide. This thing is deep. The most important thing happened to me when I got my PhD. Outside of my mother being there when I defended successfully, when I walked out of that room, my son said to me, Dad, if I ever decide to get a doctorate degree, I watched you and I know how to do it now. my parents, they work. We don't have generations of wealth. So when my son walked out, what he was saying is, Dad, generations of wealth. I know how you do. I've watched you, Dad. I see exactly how you do it. I know how to do it. So the responsibility was tough, but now my son knows exactly. He sees the blueprint. He knows exactly what I did, and he feels he can do it because like, that's my dad. If my dad can do it, I can do it. So who would you be letting down? Who would you hurt if you decided not to bear the weight and the responsibility until you were 35? Like between now and 35, whose lives would not be changed and touched? If I waited until I had a doctorate degree to do YouTube, So listen to me. I need you to ask yourself this question. Why have I not activated it? What's the problem? All right, 1 or 2 more people, help me out because I need the people to feel like they're not by themselves. 1 or 2 other people, please, quickly. Yes, ma'am. Lazy. Yeah. We hate to say that, right? I don't even want to repeat it because you're like, he's calling me lazy. She said it, I didn't say it. But how many of us in this room, we're just not willing to just to get up at 3 o'clock. We're not willing to get up at 4 o'clock. How many of you, just raise your hand, you're just not willing to put in the long hours? All right, so I want to do you a favor. I want to do you a quick favor. People say, E.T., how did you make this shift? I made this shift when I realized in life there are things that are not important, somewhat important, very important in an emergency. Come on, listen to me. An emergency. I realize as humans we operate differently when we think something is an emergency. Whether it's an emergency or not, if you can make yourself believe it's an emergency, you operate differently. So not important is my son calling me in high school and saying, Dad, I left my lunch at home. Well, that's not important. I'm not about to stop my whole day to bring your lunch. Not important. Somewhat important, my daughter calls me and says, Dad, I left my homework at home. Can you bring it to school for me? Or I'm going to get a bad grade. That's somewhat important. Somewhat important means if I don't have anything else to do, I can do that for you. Very important is my wife's to-do list when she leaves and goes to work and by the time she gets home. Very, very important. Right? And it's very, very important because my wife, depending on if I did 80 or 90 or 50%, she's going to change the emotional atmosphere when she walks in the house. So if I didn't do what she asked me to do when she comes home, it's going to be a totally different environment, right? But if I do 100% of what she asked me for, she's going to come in, it's going to be a great night, guys. Y'all kids go to bed. Everybody go to bed. So listen to me very, very closely, guys. So then emergency is when that company calls me and says, Eric, you forgot to put the proper number in so we can get you your check. So I stop everything I'm doing and pull out the right number. I'm like, what's the wrong number? Find the right number, get that right number in. Listen to me, I don't even ask anybody to fax it for me. I do it myself. I don't want any mistakes. Why? That is an emergency. And when we have an emergency in our lives, and so what I had to do to get out of being lazy is I had to make up emergencies.